After you created the bubble skirt, the first thing to do is create the straps. You need to find the measurements for the straps, so I took this shoelace and a safety pin and pinned it in the front where I wanted it to sit, and also pinned it again with a separate pin, so when I remove the shoelace, I'll know where that marking is. Then I put it over my shoulder in the back and did the same thing. I used a pin to mark where I wanted the strap to sit on the back, and also figured out the length and took a piece of chalk to mark that. I then repeated it on the other side, just pinning where I wanted the straps to be on the front and the back. Next, I measured the length I marked on the shoelace and added 1/2 inch, and then put that aside. To make the straps, we are going to create bias tape. So here's a little diagram. You have the 2 raw edges that are the cut edges that fold in. And then when they're folded and touching each other right in the center, they're going to be folded again in half and then edge stitched. This creates a clean finish without any raw edges showing. So for measurements, it's going to be 1/4 inch for each fold side, so it's a full inch in total. So you want to cut a full inch for the width of the fabric strip, and then the length is going to be the strap measurement that you measured earlier. After this step, you have to press or iron the fabric into place to make the bias tape, so I found it easier to just cut one long 1-inch wide strip of fabric and then cut the strap measurements out of that afterwards. So this is what it should look like when you go to iron it. They should just meet in the middle, and I'm going to use this bias tape tool that I have, but I've also done it without it and it wasn't that hard. After everything is ironed into place, I then cut out the strap measurement plus 1/2 inch, and I did that twice because there's 2 straps. I then went over to the sewing machine, and at the top and bottom of the straps you still have raw edges that are visible, so you're going to fold it over 1/4 inch and then do a top stitch down. This is again just for a clean finish. And then you're going to fold the entire bias tape in half lengthwise and do an edge stitch all the way down. After you're done that for both straps, you're going to take it to your bubble skirt and you're going to hand stitch it where the pins are. I looped my thread in twice and then tied it so it's 4-ply of thread, just so I don't have to go through it as many times. You want to sew it on the lining side where the elastic waistband is, or else you're going to be able to see the straps when you wear it as a skirt. So make sure you're doing that when you are hand stitching it. And just do that on both sides and then you should be done.